Hello to all. We are going to the next problem, problem number 5. We already solved 4 problems. Problem 3 and problem 4, especially problem 4 was having slightly more number of links. Today we will see one more problem. So let us, I will first draw the figure for problem number 5. The details are like this. Okay, so this is exercise number 5, problem number 5. Again, you can see there are different number of links. Let's number the links. This is link number 1, 1, fixed link. Link number 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, and 6 here. So there are 6 links here, and we are given the angular velocity of B with respect to A. That is given, and all the dimensions are given, so that you will be able to draw this figure. After you draw this figure, the things that are asked are here. So we are going to start as usual by considering the first link, that is link number 2. So for link number 2, you will find that we are following the same procedure. So for link number 2, velocity of some other point which you want to know is equal to velocity of a known point plus velocity of B with respect to A, where this is given by length AB this you completely know by magnitude as well as direction, because R is there, omega is there, magnitude is known, direction is perpendicular, so you can show like this. This is the velocity of B relative to A. This is perpendicular to the link. Now we can go to link 3. So for link 3, for this link, velocity of some other point, unknown point, is equal to velocity of a known point plus velocity of unknown with respect to known. Now out of that, velocity of B is already there, and the other one, velocity of C related to B, this is given by length CB into the angular velocity of C with respect to B. Now since this is not known, the magnitude you will not be able to find out. But direction perpendicular to CB. Direction will be perpendicular to CB like this. So velocity of C with respect to B. See, any link when it rotates, like this link, when it rotates, when the observer is here and he wants to see this point will be seen as moving in the direction according to the angular velocity. So when the observer is at B, velocity of C with respect to B, angular velocity of C with respect to B means the observer is at B and this point C is looking at, and this point C will move like this or like this depending on how the link is rotating. If the link is rotating like this, then it will have velocity like this. If the link is rotating this way, then the velocity will be down. But right now we don't know, so we are written only up to this much. Now let's go to the next link, that is link number 4, which is a slider. So now for slider, what do we do? We will not be able to write this kind of an equation there because this is not rotating. So what we'll only write is velocity of C is equal to magnitude not known and direction along the path, parallel to path. Path is like this, so velocity of C will be either like this or like this. So we know the direction definitely. So having done this much, now let's draw the polygon over here. So on this side now we'll draw velocity polygon. So we have to find some scale, suitable scale, and as per that scale you can put this vector in certain length. So we'll draw this vector first. So this is point A and E, and we have drawn velocity of B related to A. Velocity of B with respect to A we have drawn. Now velocity of C with respect to B, this point is B. Now velocity of C with respect to B will be a line like this drawn from B. So we draw a line like this, perpendicular to CB. So on this somewhere C will lie. Now this velocity of C with respect to A, when nothing is written, that means A, fixed point. So it is going to be like this. So you have drawn this parallel to path of C. So this gives you point C here, and this gives you velocity of C like this. And this becomes your velocity of C with respect to B. So these two vectors which we were not knowing, they are now available. So now this is available and this is available by the polygon. So C with respect to B is this and C with respect to A is this. So now from the polygon, you can say that from polygon, since the polygon is complete, from polygon you will get the values of this directly. And because you get the velocity, you can find out the angular velocity now, which is V upon R. So you will get some value in radians per second. And the direction of this angular velocity will be, what will be the direction? For direction you have to put this vector here. So when you draw this vector here, I'll draw the vector there. So this vector I am drawing here, velocity of C with respect to B. So point C is appearing to move in this direction if you are looking from here. So which means that angular velocity will be like this, which is clockwise. So you can write here clockwise. Magnitude is so much and it is in the clockwise direction. And then velocity of C with respect to A is equal to this much millimeters per second, which is towards left. So this will be velocity of C. So C is moving like this because this link is rotating like this, which is quite obvious. So we are done up to this much and we have drawn a polygon for this much part, which you can say it is just a simple problem of slider and crack, which is problem number 2. So same thing we are done. But there is something more here. At point B, there are 2 more links connected, one like this and then one more like this. And because of this motion, it will have some other rotations for the other 2 links. You will also observe that this becomes a 4-bar mechanism. So it is a 4-bar mechanism and angular velocity is given. So you can say it is a combination of 2 mechanisms. So we will be able to go ahead now from here. So you jot down this so that I can use this space and we can solve the problem further. In the meantime, we have found out some of the parameters. This we have found out, this we have done, this we have done, and this. So this much we have found out at this stage. So copy this down and then we will go to the next part. Okay, so now let us move ahead and go to link number 5. So for link number 5, what do we write? Velocity of any point on the link D is equal to velocity of B, which we know, plus velocity of D with respect to B, like this. Now out of that, velocity of D with respect to B is given by length dB into angular velocity of D with respect to B. So as usual, we have written B equal to R into omega. Now here, direction, magnitude we don't know. Why we don't know magnitude? Because omega is not known, it is asked. But the direction, we can say it is perpendicular to the link dB, like this. So now let's go to link 6. For link 6, velocity of some point on the link D is equal to velocity of point E, which we know as 0, plus velocity of D with respect to E. Now about this we will write it is equal to length into omega, R into omega. And now again you will say that magnitude is not known and direction is perpendicular to DE. So you will find that we are writing almost same thing again and again. So for this and this, we are stopping here, we cannot go further. So we have to switch over to the polygon and make use of this information in the polygon and try to find out what is not possible here. So we try to find out the velocity of D with respect to B, which is perpendicular to DB, by drawing a line from B, because the tail of the vector should be at B. So I will draw one line like this, which is drawn perpendicular to DB. See, whatever lines we draw, this should be, first of all, they are all construction lines, light lines or medium lines, and you have to show how that line is drawn, whether it is perpendicular to something, parallel to something, whatever, that you have to mention, like what we have written everywhere. Now on this line somewhere there is going to be point D. Now the other thing is this one, velocity of D with respect to E, whose magnitude is not known, but direction perpendicular to DE from point E. So we already got point E here. So from this point E, we draw a line perpendicular to DE. Now this is vertical, it is written somewhere here. So vertical, AC is horizontal, So BD is vertical and OD, not OD, in fact ED. ED is parallel to AC. So we now draw a line perpendicular like this. So from this point we draw a line like this, which is drawn perpendicular to ED. So point E is going to lie on this line and point E is also going to lie on this line, point D rather. So here there is going to be point D. So we have found out point D, and then we can show that like this. This is velocity of D with respect to E. Velocity of D with respect to E is like this. So we could find out this, and the other one is velocity of D with respect to B is going to be this way. Like this. So whatever two vectors which were not known here, because of the angular velocity not known, now we have directly found these two vectors over here. So now we can go back and write down their magnitudes. So from polygon, so from the velocity polygon, we obtain velocity of D with respect to B in millimeters per second, and angular velocity of D with respect to B is linear velocity upon the length, radians per second. Now direction of this angular velocity of D with respect to B. Now this vector we have put here, velocity of D, that means point D, if you are looking from B, you are looking to point D from point B, then point D is going to move like this, which means that the angular velocity of this link is going to be this way. D with respect to B, which is clockwise. So we write here clockwise. And the other thing is this, velocity of D with respect to E is so much millimeters per second. So you measure this and find out by scale how much it is, so that you can find out the next part, the angular velocity of D with respect to E. This is velocity upon radius, V upon R, which you will obtain in radians per second. And the direction of this, how this link is going to rotate, this way or this way, for that you have to put this vector here, and velocity of point D, when you see from E, D seeing from E, has to be this way, which is anti-clockwise. So we write here anti-clockwise. The direction of this link is anti-clockwise. So now you will find we have found out almost everything. Velocity of D with respect to B we have found out. Velocity of D with respect to E we have found out. Angular velocity of D with respect to B and angular velocity of D with respect to E. So all the parameters we have found out by making use of velocity polygon. So you will find that we have solved this problem by making use of the simple theory which we learned. We have learned only this much: how to find out the velocity of any point on the link with respect to a known point. This becomes the equation, and then it has got certain rules. We have, at the start we had done 3 rules. One of the rules was this equation. Second rule was talking about the magnitude of this particular parameter, and the third rule was talking about the direction. So making use of those 3 simple rules which we have seen at the start, we have solved all the problems so far. So this was problem number 5, which you have to prepare on the drawing sheet. And we'll take one more problem, problem number 6, and after that we will be closing the velocity polygon method. Then we will go to the IC method. So this procedure you have to remember it very well. It is not so difficult at all. As I said, let me repeat again, it is only dependent on this basic rule. Okay, so try to follow this up very well, try to understand this very well, write down the notes properly, and you will be able to solve these kind of problems very easily.